Hey everybody, Chris here, coming to show you some more. There's just thrift store finds. I think this weekend will be the first time I'm going to be able to get out to yard sales this year. It will be, I think, what's today, the 5th, April 5th. Hopefully this goes out sometime soon. I just finished editing the last video, so it's really not keeping up with doing that. But anyway, yeah, here's what I've been getting at thrift stores lately. I have sold off a bunch of stuff as usual, but yeah, this is what we got. So let's start. Let's start here. We got just a giant pile of calculators. Got two TI 84 Plus. One's a silver edition. I did have a third, but it did not turn on. No matter what I did, had the tiniest bit of battery damage too. Actually surprised it didn't turn on, but I have two others. I got three at the same store. I was very surprised. And we got two BA2 Plus. Those, I think one was like $6.99, the other one was like $3.99 at two different savers. Got a TI-82. That was at a savers at some point. I think that was only $2.99. And then a little Casio that I picked up at a Goodwill outlet with a few other things. I think I paid like $1.30 something for everything that I ended up picking up yesterday. Got a couple copies of Milborn's. I think this was $2.99, but actually the white one was inside the green one when I took it out of the bag, and the white one's actually sealed. These older ones can go for a decent amount. I think I have it up for like 40 or 50 right now. The green one will go for about 15 to 20, so I was really excited about those. Then we have, bring it closer, I got a Korg mono key. I have not tested it. It's just a little USB keyboard for music. I think it's going to donate this to the band I'm in and just kind of try and use that because we're going to get into a little more digital music, I think. Assuming it works. And then over here, I got a copy of What You Were Thinking. You've probably seen this in my videos a whole bunch if you are a constant viewer. But I grabbed it, and then I looked at the back, and I was like, this doesn't look familiar. This is kind of weird. The logo's different. Everything on the back's sort of different. I don't think it's like a bootleg or anything, but I think there's just two different versions of this game, so the contents are different. This one's actually missing the timer, but the other version doesn't have a timer. It has pawns. It has a board. This one doesn't have a board. So, but this one has What Were You Thinking branded notepads, and I think the other one doesn't. I think it's just lined paper. So it was super weird. So I guess there are two different versions of this game. But yeah, now I have two parts copies because this doesn't have a timer. I tried really hard at Goodwill Outlet to find a game with a timer. I saw tons of Pictionary, which I think do have them, but every single one of them was like torn to shreds, so I have to look out for a timer to complete that. So I just thought that was weird. Got a copy of Flinch. I think that one actually does go for like 15 or 20 bucks, but I picked that up with, I think it was a copy of Milborn's. Next to that, we got a little solitaire game. I had just sold one for like 15 when I bought that, so I bought it. It was $2.99, and the price has already dropped so much. I think there's one for $9.99 with free shipping, so that was annoying. Then we have Nightmare and Nightmare 3. I have not tested Nightmare's VHS or counted the pieces. I think all of Nightmare 3 is there, and it has a sealed VHS. So I assume everything else is there, but the box is just kind of gross. Like, I think it got a little water damage. Somehow not a copy of Nightmare 2. Usually when I find a copy of Nightmare 3, 2 is very close by. But then we get a copy of Risk 2210 AD on top of that. Everything was bagged, everything's complete. All right, next to that, we have a copy of Splat. It was actually the first time I've gotten this cover of this game. It's like the slightly newer one. Still goes for like the same amount, about $50. And under that, Jurassic Park 3 Island Survival game. That was, I thought it was only missing a few pieces and only had a couple broken pieces. And I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I think I bought a copy of this thinking I had a parts copy and then didn't. So I actually did manage to complete this one because I did have another copy. It ended up missing it was like 10 different pieces between the dinosaurs and the stands and the discs and the ponds and stuff. But I managed to complete it, so I was pretty happy about that. I think that still goes for about 40 to 50. And next to that, I got another copy of Scrabble Deluxe. Last video, I had the exact same version. This one has the tile racks, 50, maybe 60 on that if I'm lucky. And then a couple one-step Polaroids, 600. One of those I got yesterday at Goodwill Outlet. So that was part of the $1.37 I paid. And then the other one I think was just at Savers, and it was probably $3 or $4.99 in a bag. I have Xbox 360. I paid a little much for this. I paid $29.99. I think I used a $2 coupon. I finally just started doing the surveys that you sometimes get when you go to Savers. It's $2 off. It takes like 2 minutes, so it was definitely worth it. But yeah, I paid a little much. It was $29.99 minus the $2 plus tax. It came with both wires. It has a hard drive. I think that's why I ended up buying it. I think it was a 250 gig hard drive. I don't think I would have bought it otherwise. So hopefully get about 80 out of that. And then next to that is a Wii. I paid $4.99 at Savers for that. It might have came with nothing. And I think I just figured I had enough cords and stuff. I had picked up another Wii Goodwill Outlet as well. And that came with a little bit of extra things. But I ended up not having a power cord for it. So I was going to have to hold on to that till I have a power cord. I did plug it in with one that I have, you can see in that container there. So it does work, but I obviously can't get rid of it until I have all the bits. And then next to that, also Goodwill Outlet, is another copy of Brainetics, which I think was in my last video. It might have even been the video before. If you look up here, still have them. Also still have a copy of Betrayal at House on the Hill, which was in the last video, which has been sold and returned because somebody thought they bought a new copy. And they managed to lose a few pieces too, so that was great. Anyway, then next to that we get another copy of Pirates Dice, which I think we scan back over, still have that copy. So there's two different versions. I think, yeah, that's World's End. The other one's Dead Man's Chest. Dead Man's Chest one is a little bit more popular, but it's the same thing with the same contents. It just has a different box, and it has two different listings on Amazon. So the other one sells for more and is more popular. In front of that, definitely the best find of the week, I would say. It's a Bose Wave System CD player. Already sold it. I listed it 2 hours ago for $130, and then I took $115 for it. No remote. Otherwise, I probably would have listed it for $160, $180 or something like that. It works, but obviously without a remote, you can't skip around. You can't change to the radio. You can't change the volume. So it works, but it's just an autoplay CD player at this point. So some people will still buy these, even if they don't have everything, even if they're broken. If you look in some of my past videos, I found the Wave radios, the cassette players, and the cassette player is usually broken on those. But people still buy it there's an auxiliary in the back. I think there might be an auxiliary in the back for this too. And people just end up playing their iPods or their phones off them. So pretty happy to have gotten rid of that. Especially it's been a little slow in sales lately because tax season still isn't quite over. So this time of year is never the greatest. But yeah, anyway. Got 4 CD players there. I think I had another one or two that didn't end up working. Yeah, I got 2 sports ones. I think those both go for about 40. The blue one, actually, there's no listing for it on Amazon. I was not able to find the UPC, so I can't create a true listing. Like, I don't want to make one up and then it get like deleted or turned into like a bottle of shampoo by accident or something weird. So I just put it on eBay. You know, most Sony CD players, you can anywhere between like $20 and $50 people will pay for them. So I think I have it up for like 30 or 40 or something like that right now. And then next to that is a car kit one. CD player only, don't have anything else. That one's cheaper, on the cheaper end. Goes for about 20. We got a little link cable. I'm not really sure. This might have came out of Goodwill Outlet like a few weeks ago. Yeah, usually $12.15 on that. Got a Korg CA30 tuner. It's the only has an input, doesn't have an output. My tuner just broke, but unfortunately, like, I need it for stage, and this just won't do for stage. But this still goes for about 20, 25, and paid $3.99 at Salvation Army, which I think is the first time I've bought something from Salvation Army in a while. Go here. This was also Goodwill Outlet. We just got a little Princess Peach 3DS case. I've been selling a lot of, or 2DS, sorry. I've been selling a lot of cases lately because they've just been stacking up. I usually just try and pair them with the system, and then I just decided to just try and sell them on their own, and they've been doing well, so I just grabbed this. Probably gonna make like $5 to $10 on it maybe. And this was also a Goodwill Outlet find. Metal Gear Acid. I was pretty happy to find that. I think this might be like a $10 game. I'm definitely gonna have to test it because, like, at Goodwill Outlet, like, the disc, it looks a little dirty, but I mean, there aren't too many scratches, but it, oddly enough, isn't like smashed to bits because these UMDs come apart kind of easy. Then this was at Savers, $2.99. The Dreadnought Factor for Intellivision. I've not tested it, but this is it's more of a rare title. It looked like anywhere from like 15 to 30. This is probably on the lower end because this label is trashed. But yeah, usually Intellivision games are like worthless, so it was cool to find one that wasn't. Also, Goodwill Outlet, we got a little Atari. That's the Flashback 8 Gold, which means it has an HDMI port on the side. Yeah, so that was the first time I'd seen that. So what's weird is, you know how the NES Mini and SNES Mini have been around for a while? It's like the new thing. And now Atari is saying they're making a mini console, and Sega's making a new one. But, like, yeah, the Atari flashbacks have been around a while, and Sega had At Games make another one. So it's kind of weird that Atari and Sega are like announcing these mini consoles, but they've had them. But I mean, Atari does release, like, I think there's 10 of these now or something. But yeah, got all the bits for it, and I had to get a AC adapter. I couldn't find the one for this, but I found another 5-volt, so hopefully it works out. This is cool. Show you him. Got a Donatello. Pretty big, as you can see. Pretty heavy as well. It's either NECA or NECA or whatever, I think, makes this figure. It was $7.99. It's a Savers. I did not find the staff. I don't know if it came with one. I assume it did. But I looked it up. It looks like figure only could go from like 50 to 100. And with the staff, it looks like it was around like 115, 120. So I was pretty happy to find that. He doesn't pose very well, though. Like, it took me a while to get him to like stand up there, and he's very stiff. And actually, when I found him, his head popped right off. But it eventually got it back on there. But it seems weird that a figure that looks very detailed like is so stiff and awkward. But yeah, that was cool to find. We got these controllers at Savers. I think the Modern Warfare one was like $7.99, and all the others were $4.99. I think I grabbed one or two others, but they're already sold. So yeah, just cool. Getting Xbox 360 controllers that aren't the white ones. The Modern Warfare one I think is like 30. The camo one was around 40. I think it's come down to like 25. And the black one's usually about 15. And then, oh yeah, we got here. So this was Goodwill Outlet. I didn't see any markings on it. It definitely, when I'm like touching it now, I'm pretty sure it's not silver. I don't know what it's from though. Like, I think it might be like a stopper for a perfume bottle or something. I thought it might have been perfume at first. I thought this was a cap, but it's just like solid underneath. So I'm not really sure what this is. If you happen to know what it is, please let me know in the comments. And then we got silver at Goodwill Outlet. I got this day before yesterday. Just a bottle opener. The top here is stainless. It's probably filled with stainless or something else as well. But let's see. Probably not going to be able to focus because it's so small. I can't even like tell. But yeah, on the side here it says Sterling. So what is weird though is this, I wasn't quite sure. As you can kind of see, it's got a little bit of an orangishness to it. But like sometimes silver does. It's not always necessarily silver plated. And I thought that that little thing right there, which there's not enough light and won't focus, I thought it said Sterling. Like it looked a little weird. And then I got home and it says Sterunk. It's Sterunc. I looked it up. I couldn't find anything on it. So I don't know if this is silver or silver plated or what. But I'll probably have to get it checked out. Yeah, this was Goodwill Outlet. I think when I did buy this, I think I only paid like 30 cents, and I had a bunch of wires too. I'm not going to bother showing you the wires and the CD cases and all that, but yeah, I think it's probably about like, I think like $15-$20 maybe worth of silver on here. We'll see. And then is that truly everything else? Yeah, so just the games. Ooh. So if you didn't know, I got cracks in the floor, and little bits like come out, and they make these horrible noises. But anyway, this game was inside the Xbox 360, MLB 2K7. I think I got this for $1.99 at Savers, Wii Sports. This was a Goodwill Outlet, My Sims Agents. $1.99 at Savers. Got Twisted Metal Small Brawl. I go both 10 or 15. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. This was a Goodwill. I was pretty surprised to find this. There were a ton of Xbox games, but they were all kind of whatever. And then I went over to the electronics section. This was just sitting there. It is a little beat up. The case is kind of smashed and the disc is a little scratched, but I'm hoping it works out. Minecraft Wii U. I think this was Savers. I think this was $4.99. This goes for about $30. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, that was $4.99 at Savers. Smash Bros. Ball is $5.99. Go for about $20. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Finally, the price on this has gone up a little bit. It's floating around like 12 or 15. It had been down to like 7 or 8 for a while, but I paid $4.99 for that. I got Sims 3 at Savers. I think this was $2.99. I'll go for about 10. Got a sealed copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. This was at Goodwill. This was, I think it was 4. I think this goes for about 15 or 20 right now. DuckTales, I paid a little much for this. It was $14.99. I had another $2 coupon, so I paid $12.99, but it's sealed. I mean, in reality, this game is only 15 or 20, I think, on Xbox Live and PSN. But a sealed copy of the physical is it looks like it's going for about $35-$40 right now. So I figured I'd pick it up. Copy of Wii Sports Resorts, selling lots of these lately for about $12.99. I think I paid $2.99 or something at Savers. And then last we got Odin Sphere. I don't remember how much I paid for this. I think it was at Savers. In the last video I picked up a lot of like decent games. I think it was the same Savers. And I think I got both this and Wii Sports Resort at that. And yeah, this I think this only goes for about 12, maybe 14-ish. And I probably paid like $4.99 or $5.99 or something like that. So yeah, that is everything. So yeah, cool group of stuff. Definitely a lot of repeats from last video, especially like what's in frame, like there. Uh, yeah, hopefully getting out to yard sales this weekend. We're gonna see. I looked earlier today, and there weren't a lot, but a lot of people end up posting Friday night, so we'll see. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, especially if you know what that rose thing is. Um, Feel free to share the video if you got any other treasure hunter friends. Also, because it's warm, finally I'm gonna get out and do some metal detecting. So if you liked the other two videos I put out, definitely subscribe to check that out as well. I dug up a penny in like January or something, and I've been trying to tack that onto a video. So hopefully I'll get the chance to do that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and everybody have a good day. Bye.